Welcome to Atmosphere in London. This is the first of a series of conferences we are hosting all over Europe to let people know about what we're working on at Google. The combination of mobility, web services at scale, is changing everything that we do in our lives. And that secular shift, the platform shift that it's creating, allows us to dream about things that we can do in our businesses. We're now entering an era where we're shifting our time from mobile first to mobile only. At the end of this quarter, the market share of mobile phones and tablets will bypass that of desktops. What we do these devices is actually quite different than what we do in the desktop. First of all, they're personal, right? How many times do you just give your phone to somebody? Not that often. It's personal to you. It knows where you are. It knows what you need to do next. And it creates an incredible opportunity to deliver highly intelligent services. And what we've seen at Google is when people work on phones, they behave quite differently. When you do a search on a phone, 90% of the time you take action because the device is intelligent. Let's say you're looking for a restaurant. You've got the call button, and you simply click and make the phone call. Last year, in Q4, 217 million smartphones were sold. It made up 70% of all device sales. All device sales in the world was going on smartphones and tablets. 84% of traffic on Google Maps is coming on mobile. Large-scale web services that are platform agnostic are the reason why we are able to move from device to device. And last week at our developer conference, we announced that Android, the mobile operating system built by Google, now has 900 million users and 1.5 million activated on a daily basis. Now, devices will come in different forms, won't always be phones. There'll be other form factors. So what we thought, we'll take a quick video and show you what Google Glass experience is really like. Let's
Okay, Glass, record a video.
This is it. We're on in 2 minutes.
Okay, Glass, hang out with the Flying Club.
Google photos of tiger heads.
You ready? You ready?
Right there. Okay, Glass, take a picture.
Holy sh**, that is awesome.
Okay, Glass, record a video!
After this bridge, first exit.
Google, stay delicious inside.
Arroy.
Alright.
Google jellyfish.
Well, let's see. It's beautiful.
The second major trend that's impacting how we think about building products is everything getting connected. But that's happening all across the globe. Factories with sensors, cars, my favorite, the Tesla, a car that I'd love to buy. A connected car, directly connected with Google Maps, so you can have turn-by-turn directions and visualize the traffic, etc. Connected parking meters in San Francisco, so you no longer have to travel around looking for a free space. That just gets visible to you anywhere you are based on Google Maps. That combination of digital and physical is going to create an information system that allows you to do big things with big data. Some examples of that we've noticed are a new class of services, location-based services. Last week at the conference, we announced a geolocation API for Android maps. So imagine, not too distant future, based on what you search for on your phone, you're traveling down the mall, you are given an offer that's relevant to you for the kinds of products you need or want, a discount coupon. When you have things connected and you have mobile access and phones know more about you, we can shift from you asking the technology to do something to the technology actually learning your patterns and helping you. Google now tells me you're late for an appointment. And how does it do that? It knows your calendar. It knows where you're going next. It connects that with maps. It knows there's a traffic jam at Victoria, and I should get out of here. You can, we introduced last week a search model where you can ask search by saying, "Okay, Google," it activates the mic, and you can ask it any question, and then in context, continue to ask deeper and deeper questions. So where am I now? How far am I to the airport? What's my next appointment? And that search assistant actually helps you in a real way manage your life. The third trend that we've seen is that because of these, the way we work has changed. There's 2.5 billion likes on Facebook every day, or 500 million tweets sent out. In fact, during Sandy, which was a big hurricane that swept through the New Jersey, New York area, the mayor of those towns actually stayed connected with citizens using Twitter. So these online platforms create a rich fabric of connectedness, and that's actually changed the way what we expect to work. The second key trend that we've seen in this context is the digital natives are coming to work. This is the first generation this year that didn't know that there was a time before the internet. And they're changing how work happens. Their expectations are different. They expect to use the technology they grew up with and bring that into the workforce, whether that's Skype or Hangouts or Facebook or the kinds of storage products they use to store their music files. And that's changing the culture of the companies that we work for. One place that I feel it's having the most impact, and we're incredibly proud of our work here, is in education. So these trends, mobility, very large amounts of data, cognition, so we move from demand to assist and suggest, and trying to transform people's lives through large-scale web services, including education. That's what gets us going and helps us in our mission, which is to help organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Android has had great adoption. The ecosystem is flourishing. We now have our partner, I think you have a booth here with Samsung, where they've built products like Safe and Knox that sit on top of Android and make them accessible and available in enterprise. We now have 2.5 billion downloads from the Play Store on a monthly basis. About 48 billion apps have been downloaded in Android so far. We just created a nice Android toolkit to help you build your own apps and deploy them on Google's cloud. 3 years ago, when we introduced Chrome, people asked, why does the web need another web browser? And now I'm really proud to report that Chrome is the #1 browser. The third platform is Google's cloud. And this is something that I'm really excited about. We're externalizing our data centers, our algorithms, so you can build highly scalable products like search or YouTube or Gmail onto the platform that we have. Search really is moving from an application to a platform where we've embedded knowledge. For those of you who use search often, you see these knowledge cards that show up on the side, and you can scroll through them and discover other content. The reason for that is we've built a knowledge base of about 500 million things and the interrelationship of those things with other things. So we can answer questions like, what is the GDP of China? And it'll show you not just China, but the US and India, because that's the most searched term most of the time. YouTube, my favorite, Gangnam Style, 1 billion views. And every second, 70 minutes of video is uploaded into our data centers by you. Google Plus, which is the social fabric underneath all our products, establishes identity inside of Google, has 190 million active users, now the second largest platform behind Facebook. And then the application suite, products like Gmail, 500 million users, or Google Drive, tens of millions of users for our storage product, Hangouts, great adoption in enterprise for use of Hangouts as a video conferencing product by people like you. And then lastly, Google Maps and Earth, both over 1 billion users now, and fascinating usage of maps inside businesses to manage your networks in a private layer on top of the map and make that accessible to any device inside your company. And our mission in the Google Enterprise team is to take all these great products we've built over the last 14 years, and make them useful and accessible for business by adding features that you care about, security, controls, administration, service levels, support, a partner ecosystem, certifications, all compliance, in the case of Europe, model contract clauses, so that all of you feel comfortable taking these beautiful products and make use of them in a business context. Our vision really is to make technology more accessible, simpler, so you don't have to do the hard work. Let us do that. You focus on running your business, not running your data centers. We'll do the heavy lifting, and you can change the culture of the company to work together, to work better together and focus on the innovation that you can bring. That's really what we're trying to do. And it's really focused on the 5 key areas, and our whole team is organized around this, is how can people inside your companies connect and collaborate and share better together using products like Google Apps? How can you visualize your networks, visualize your data on top of Google Maps? How can you build innovation using Google's cloud? Find anything just like you do on the web using the Google Search appliance, and access anything anywhere using Android and Chrome. Thanks to many of you. This has been a successful venture for us. We've been in this market for about 8 years now, and we have 5 million businesses globally using these products. And this is the first time I'm sharing this in Europe. 58% of the Fortune 500 now have paid active enterprise services from Google. Any of you watched Eurovision? I hope many of you did. I don't know if you knew, but the backend for Eurovision was Google. And we served at peak capacity well above 50,000 queries per second, and did that with a response time of less than 26 milliseconds. On the case of Roche, innovation. They want their 90,000 employees to work on drug discovery, not on IT. Or in the case of British Airways, where they want to focus on user satisfaction. That's their key goal, find anything very, very quickly, in this case using the search appliance. I'm glad all of you are here because we believe our platform is ready. We've tested it. We have lots of companies all over the world using it. We just need your ideas, because your ideas combined with our platform equals the innovation that I think can unlock tremendous potential inside each of your enterprise.